The air in Tajikistan feels ancient, carrying the scent of wild herbs and distant snow. I arrived as the sun cast a golden glow over colossal mountains, titans of the earth, often called the roof of the world. Standing there, it felt as though I could reach out and touch the sky. The sheer scale takes your breath away, making you feel wonderfully small and part of something eternal. My journey wasn't just about the peaks. I wanted to discover the soul of Tajikistan and its people. Their lives are woven into these mountains, shaped by seasons and ancient traditions. I came seeking stories passed down through generations, stories that reveal the human connection at the heart of travel. The road ahead promised adventure, winding through valleys with turquoise rivers and villages clinging to the mountainsides. I imagined the lives within those walls, the stories shared around fires, the songs sung to soothe children to sleep. Here, time moves at a different pace, dictated by the sun and stars. Even before meeting my first host, a profound peace settled over me. The beauty of Tajikistan is not just in its dramatic landscapes, but in its stillness, a quiet that lets you hear your own thoughts. This journey would be more than a trip. It would be an immersion into a culture that has held onto its identity with quiet strength. I was ready to listen, to learn, and to be changed by the timeless spirit of this extraordinary country. The adventure was just beginning, and I felt both humbled and exhilarated. Tajikistan was already working its quiet magic on me. I stepped forward, eager to see what stories awaited. My first taste of Tajik culture came in Dushanbe, a city where Soviet-era architecture meets Persian artistry. Grand buildings stand beside bustling bazaars, but it's the people who make the city shine. I was invited into a family's home, welcomed as if I were a long-lost relative. The grandmother greeted me with a hand on her heart, a traditional gesture of deep respect. Instantly, any sense of being a stranger melted away. We gathered around a dasturkhan, a tablecloth on the floor laden with nuts, dried fruits, sweets, and naan, the traditional flatbread. Breaking bread here is sacred. My host handed me the first piece, a sign of honor. Bread is never placed upside down, a reminder of gratitude for life's gifts. Every custom, no matter how small, is rooted in respect. As we drank green tea from pialas, conversation flowed easily. They shared stories of family, work, and love for their country. The sense of community was powerful. This was more than a meal. It was a sharing of lives. That afternoon taught me my first lesson. Hospitality is the essence of Tajik culture. It's a warmth that comes straight from the heart. In Dushanbe, I felt truly at home. Leaving the city, I ventured into the Pamir Mountains, a landscape of emerald lakes and snow-dusted peaks. Hiking ancient trails, I felt the weight of history beneath my feet, paths once traveled by Silk Road traders. In a hidden valley, I met Alisher, an old shepherd whose face was a map of his life. He spoke of traditions passed down for generations, reading the sky, respecting the spirits of mountains and rivers. By a stream, he showed me a pile of stones left by travelers as a sign of respect. Here, people see themselves as part of nature, not its masters. As the sun dipped behind the peaks, Alisher shared stories, tales of heroes and spirits kept alive through winter nights. Their culture isn't written in books, but carried in voices and hearts. These customs are the threads weaving past into present. In the Pamir Mountains, I heard the whispers of ancestors on the wind. The spirit of Tajikistan lives in these quiet, enduring traditions. One of the most moving experiences was witnessing a Gavora Bandhan, the cradle ceremony for a newborn. The home buzzed with joy as women in vibrant clothes prepared for the ritual. The Gavora, a carved wooden cradle, was adorned with bright fabrics and protective amulets. The Kampir, a respected elder, led the ceremony, her every gesture a blessing for the child's future. The baby, wrapped in soft cloths, was gently passed among the women before being placed in the cradle. Prayers were whispered, herbs burned, and sweets placed near the baby's head for a sweet life. Every gesture was steeped in meaning, perfected over generations. What struck me most was the sense of shared joy. This was the community's baby. After the rituals, music, dancing, and a feast followed. The Gavora Bandhan is a promise that tradition and love will always surround the newest member of the family. In Tajikistan, to be a guest is to be given the highest honor. Hospitality, is a sacred duty, not just a custom. Everywhere I went, generosity was immediate and genuine. Refusing an invitation is almost unthinkable. It would dishonor the host. Meals begin with tea and naan, the host breaking bread and serving guests first. Even the poorest families offer all they have to a guest. I remember a village feast of plov, the national dish, shared from communal plates. A guest is a gift from God, my host told me, shaping their entire approach to visitors. This generosity is a powerful lesson in a world that often feels rushed and individualistic. In Tajikistan, community and connection are valued above all. The warmth of Tajik hospitality lingers long after you leave. It's a beautiful art, practiced with sincerity and an open heart. The Pamir Mountains are home to a haunting spiritual musical tradition. In Korog, I joined a small gathering where the rhubarb and sitar filled the air with melodies that echoed the mountains. Some songs were melancholic, telling stories of love and hardship. Others were joyful, inspiring everyone to clap along. The music is deeply connected to the Ismaili faith, often feeling more like a prayer than a performance. The Maddo, a form of devotional singing, builds in rhythm and emotion, drawing everyone into a shared spiritual experience. Faces in the room glowed with feeling, eyes closed, swaying gently. After the Maddo, the mood shifted. A drum beat began, and people rose to dance. Pamiri dance is graceful, hands mimicking the flight of an eagle, a sacred symbol. Music and dance here are inseparable, living expressions of culture and faith. This evening reminded me that culture is alive, a force that brings people together and connects them to their roots. In the Pamirs, music is the soul's language. It's a celebration of freedom, faith, and community. The echoes of those songs stayed with me long after the night ended. In Tajikistan, textiles are a language. Every pattern and stitch tells a story. From silk embroidery in the north to wool carpets in the Pamirs, textile arts are vital to the culture. I was captivated by Suzani, hand-embroidered tapestries made for a bride's dowry, each motif a wish or blessing. Women work together, pouring hopes and dreams into every stitch. In the high villages, wool is spun, dyed, and woven into thick socks, hats, and shawls, practical but also expressions of identity. Patterns reveal a person's region, connecting them to their roots. These skills are passed from mother to daughter, strengthening community bonds. As women work, they share stories and songs, keeping traditions alive. In a world of fast fashion, these handcrafted items are a testament to patience and meaning. Tajik textiles are more than art. They are history, identity, and love woven together. Each piece is a silent language, speaking across generations. The beauty of these crafts lies in their stories. In every thread, the spirit of Tajikistan endures. The Wakhan corridor, remote and dramatic, was where I witnessed a traditional Waki wedding. The celebration spanned days, with the entire village joining in music, rituals, and feasting. The bride wore bright red, her dress adorned with silver and embroidery, her face veiled until a key moment. The groom arrived on horseback, drums and horns announcing the day's importance. The ceremony was a tapestry of blessings, symbolic foods, and ancient customs. Like the couple gazing into a mirror together for the first time. Men and women danced in separate circles, their movements full of energy and grace. A Waki wedding is more than a union of two people. It's the reinforcement of the entire community. It's a vibrant affirmation of life, love, and tradition. In the Wakhan, I saw the heart of Tajik culture beating strong. As my journey ended, I reflected on Tajikistan's breathtaking contrasts, colossal mountains and the warmest people. Here, ancient traditions are a vital part of daily life, not relics of the past. Customs like hospitality, blessings for newborns, and stories woven into textiles hold society together. In a fast-paced world, Tajikistan reminded me of the value of connection and community. The people may have little by Western standards, but their cultural richness is priceless. Their spirit endures, resilient and vibrant, balancing past and present in harmony. The whispers of the Silk Road still echo in the mountains, and the warmth of a family home lingers in memory. The beauty of the land is unforgettable, but it's the Tajik soul that stays with you. If you ever visit, you'll find more than scenery. You'll find stories, wisdom, and perhaps a piece of your own heart. Tajikistan's timeless spirit is a gift to all who seek it.